Welcome back guys, Sherry here. Now I just did a video on killing all Gleeoks, but I did not show a King Gleeok. And I've had several of you guys ask about it, and I've also had several of you guys say this method that I was using for the other Gleeoks doesn't work. Well guys, it does work, and it works like a charm, so let me show you. Now if you would like to give yourself a little extra attack power, we can get the Barbarian Armor or the Fierce Deity Armor. Now if you don't know where to get these guys, I will leave links in the description on how to get both of these. Now I'm also going to recommend that you fuse a rocket to your shield. This can really help you out in a pinch, guys. And I'm going to be using a 3x multi-shot bow, which I got from a Lynel. If you don't know how to kill the Lynels, you can click the link in the upper right hand corner. I'll also leave a link in the description. Now this particular King Gleeok that I'm going to be battling is here in the depths in the Gleeok den. Now guys, there's only one way into this den, and it's on the west hand side. But it's right underneath the Typhlu Ruins Skyview Tower. Now I've laid a travel medallion down here, that way I can just come back after a blood moon, kill him again, and collect all of the items all over again. Now if you don't know where to get a travel medallion, I will leave a link in the description, and you can actually get 3 travel medallions. Now all I did when I ran up on him was just fuse some eyeballs to my arrows, because I want to hit all 3 heads. I fired 3 times, but I think I missed one, so I had to go back and hit it again. But I didn't have any Keese eyeballs. I ended up using Aracuda eyeballs, and those worked perfectly. Now this is where your rocket could come in handy, because you could use your rocket to get up into the air to be able to hit all 3 heads. But after I hit all 3 heads and he hit the ground, I went into my auto build and I got out my scaffold. Now guys, I'm going to show you where to get this scaffold, but this thing works great. Just be careful when you're placing it on the ground, because it is a little top heavy, so just make sure you're putting it on a level surface. Now once we have this on the ground, all we want to do is ascend through it. And essentially all this is going to do is allow us to get up into the air so that we can get some headshots. But it's extremely important right here, guys. Let him get up on his feet before you go after the heads. I mean, you can get some headshots while you're up here, but to get the headshots that count, you want him to stand on his feet. However, you don't want to give him enough time to attack, because if he attacks and he creates that wind, he's going to knock you down, and you're not going to be able to make it back to the scaffold and get back up in the air. And then when you do get these hits on him, you don't want to take too many. You have to be really fast here, guys. You want to get back to the scaffold and get back up high so we can get these headshots again. And you just want to give him enough time to get back up on his feet. And some of you guys have said that he ends up attacking you and getting into the sky. Well, that's probably because you're taking too many hits. When you get up on this scaffold, if you see that he's on his feet, immediately jump off and immediately go into bullet time and hit him in the eyes. Now don't forget, you can use an eyeball if you're having trouble targeting just the eyes, but you have to be really fast about this, because once he attacks, it's all over. But this is where you might want to fuse 2 rockets to 2 shields. You could use one when you first encounter him, and then you could use one just in case you get yourself into a sticky situation, in case you can't get back to the scaffold, or just in case he knocks the scaffold over and you might have to build another one. But the rockets are always very nice to have on hand. But as you can see, guys, I'm not taking that many hits, and I'm not allowing him to wake up while I'm standing in front of him. I mean, here I am still on the scaffold and he's still on the ground. Now I kind of fell there, but I was still able to get bullet time and hit him in the eyes. But I'm only taking a couple of hits while he's on the ground, and he's actually still laying on the ground when I make it back to the scaffold, and he's still laying on the ground sometimes when I'm on top of the scaffold. Because even if you just get 3 or 4 hits, the object here is to not take any damage, and don't let him into the sky. Okay, so let me show you how we're going to get this scaffold. Now guys, it's located in the abandoned Karakara mine, and when you get here, you're going to see a construct. Just go up and talk to him, and he is actually going to give you a schema stone for this scaffold. And then we just have to run over here behind him, and we're going to put one together. Now, guys, this thing is great. I love it. But here it is on the map. It's in the abandoned Kara mine. Now, guys, this is actually located right under Kara Bazaar. Here it is on the surface. Now, there's a couple of chasms close by. You can just jump down in one of those and make your way over here. But, guys, this method was just really easy for me, so I hope it helps you. Don't forget to save your game before you engage into battle with these guys. That will take the anxiety away from losing anything or from dying. But if you would like to see how you can increase your batteries extremely fast and how to kill mini bosses and make rupees, click here. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for over 32,000 subscribers. If you're new to the channel, I hope you consider subscribing, and I'll just catch you guys next time.